Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tel Cockerel. Today is Tuesday, the 1st of April, a new month, pinch punch and all that. Any wind-ups that probably already occurred, they've got to be done by midday. So without further ado, I ain't going to wind none of you up. I'm just going to give it to you straight. It's predictions, week 30, 10 games in the Premiership plus 5 bonus games. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to everyone in the world, and I hope you're happy and healthy wherever you are. And what I will say, and I'm going to make this clear now, to those people that are here and are partaking at the moment, you will get a chance to do 10 predictions in the Premier and 5 in the bonus games. All bonus games are being played tonight. I did this so it rewards the people that actually take part and don't send their results in late. So if you don't get your results in on time, then you'll miss out on some games. But that's what I've done for today. Anyway, we'll say hello to a few people in the chat. Tigaro was here early and left a whole bunch of scores. Early in the when was he here? Tigaro, 7:36 this morning my time. So he did it in the evening his time. Christopher Inshaw's here. Says good evening all. Good evening, Christopher Inshaw. Chang has put in his member chat, 7-month member chat, said, I'm hoping episode 5 of Jose Chang is pleasant. Come on, you Spurs. Colin B is here. He's with us. He says, afternoon, Jose in chat. DC is here. Says, hi from Leicester. I hope everyone's well in the chat. Drooler is here. Good afternoon. Says, afternoon, Jose and the Cockerel crew. Ryan G is here. Says, good afternoon, Jose in chat. Smash the likes. Good afternoon, Ryan. Ian is here. I'm not going to read that out because it's gone midday. If you've done it before midday or you posted it before midday, I could have read it, but I'll leave that one for everyone to read. Go on and smash a like if predictions is your bag, is what LTEL says. Jules smashed it on the way in. Big John's here. Big bad John. Afternoon all. Marching on together, John. I hope you are well. The doctor's in the house, says 9th, like Flynn. Archer is here, says afternoon Jose in the chat. Good afternoon, Archer. The Wiz is here, says afternoon Jose in chat. Hope you're all well. Carl for his sins is here, says good afternoon Jose and everyone in the chat. Good morning to you, Alan. Hi Jose in chat. Happy April the 1st. It is still Fool's Day for you because it's not midday yet, Alan, in America. Paige is here. She says afternoon peeps. Good afternoon, Paige. Who else we got? Ronnie is here. It says big up Jose in the chat. Good afternoon to you, Ronnie. Let me see who else have we got. Nita is here. Good afternoon, Nita. I hope you're well. It says hi Jose. Hi to all in the chat. Good afternoon, Nita. Mikey Romero, good morning to you, sir. Good afternoon to all. So he says good afternoon, but he says good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's get back into the season. Yeah, real football to talk about at last for most of us. Real football started the other day, but we won't say much about the results. Jimmy H is here, says big up everyone. How good is the weather for the last 2 months? I don't know whether the weather's been great for the last 2 months. It's been quite cold down south. Ryan says, out in the garden, loving it, Jimmy, mate. Can't remember the last time we had 5 days of sun here. Big up. Well, you must have a lot more than what you get down here. Again, look at that. He's a reminder again, that LTEL fella. Says, go on then, smash a like if the predictions is your bag. Who else we got? Afternoon all. We got Jesse. Good afternoon, Jess. I hope you're well. Mr. Belcher is here. Says, hi to you good people. Good afternoon to you, Rob. I hope you're well, sir. I am looking down. Richard is here. Says, hi, Jose in chat. Good afternoon, Richard. I hope you're well. Jess is saying afternoon to the lovely chat as well. Neil's here. Hello, Neil. I hope you're well, sir. He said hello to everyone. Jose, that's a bit sneaky, mate, but Sodom. Do you know what, David? I still work for a living. This is not my work. And I had to be quick. And I only did the predictions today. And I just thought to myself, do you know what? Rather than start searching what's being played Wednesday and Thursday and stuff like that, I'm just going to do it. Plus, it all makes it far easier to me to collate if I only got 1 game to fall on Thursday. And as I said, for those people that are ever present and that do this week in, week out, then you should be rewarded. Why not? You should be rewarded. And by rewarded means that if you get your predictions in today, before tonight, you will get to predict all 15 games. Some people might watch this on playback and on slow later, and by then some of the games may have started. This is what you're trying to do. What you're trying to do is you're trying to draw people into your live show, so people do it now and not later. And the other thing I'd say is that when I looked at the amount of people that entered last week, and then I look at the like button, it still doesn't match the amount of people that enter. So some people are entering this and not liking it because they're not hitting the like button. But anyway, it is what it is. Who else have we got? Michael's here. Big up to Jose and UTC. Good afternoon, Michael. I hope you're well. Neil says there's plenty of sun here in Suffolk, but a bit of a chill in the air here on the coast. Yeah, it is sunny out there. I can see through into the garden. It is sunny, but I live on the coast as well, and it does get chilly. The Oracle's in the house. Good afternoon, Jose Atal. Adrian is here. Good afternoon, Adrian. Hi, Jose. If I use my triple captain for games midweek, will it run over to the weekend games? No. Triple captain will only, the only time you unless people know, it doesn't. Triple captain only works for double games if your team's playing twice within a week. Week 30 is this week, and week 31 is the weekend, so they're 2 separate weeks. But if there was any extra games to be played, then it would work. Otherwise, it's only going to be for one game night. I haven't used my triple captain yet. I'm a pensioner, so it's easy for me, but others have jobs. So do I, David. I think people forget that I've got a job as well. Ed M is here, and Ed M says Ed M says afternoon, Jose in the chat. Luda says it's a liberty. That's what it is. Smash those likes, whether you do them or not. Cheers, Jose. Save me from using it tonight. Yeah, at the moment, all the games that are left in the league have weak numbers against them. There's no like extra games. The only way that this will happen is if games get postponed. And we know the Premiership don't postpone games to help people in Europe. So basically, in all honesty, the games will just be as they are, and it will be on a weekly. I don't think you're going to get double games anymore. And you know, I can't foresee it at the moment. I think it's just going to be the 10 teams that play each week now to the end of the season. Right, if anyone is new and wants to play, you need to be subscribed. I've put subscribe only for this show, and I've put it at 1 minute. So if you're not subscribing, you subscribe. You only got to wait 1 minute before you can start commenting. So I'm gathering that the people we've got at the moment are the usuals. So we will be ready to begin. Vindaloo's here. It says, big up, Jose. I will get mine in at 6 p.m. I will leave them in the comments. Have a good one. And come on, Everton and Chelsea. Vinders forgot to say, and Fulham. You forgot to say Fulham, Vinders. You didn't put one next to Fulham. So I think you might have forgot Fulham. But thank you very much, Vinders, for the super chat. Right. We shall start. Are you ready, people? Let's go. Arsenal versus Fulham, please. Someone come in. Ronnie's the first one in. I'll let a few of you come in before I start. Makes it easier for me.
Away, Piper. Away.
Let's have a look, see what we got.
Away.
Right, let's go back to the top. Right, so Ronnie's the first in with a 2-1. So Ronnie with a 2-1. And then you've got Jimmy Hotspur with a 2-0. Jimmy has said 2-0. Paige says 2-0. Right, we find Paige and put Paige in at 2-0. Big John says 3-1. Need to find Big John. Where's Big John? Big John was in the show, so be further up. Christopher Inshaw says something 1. I don't know what it means, Chris. You might have to put yours in again, Christopher. Unless you have done and I've just not got to yet. The doctor says 2-0. So doctor says 2-0. 2-0 for the doctor. And then after the doctor, we have Ed M says 2-1 to Arsenal. Ed M is predicting 2-1 to Arsenal. 2-1 to Arsenal. Neil is predicting a 2-1 to Arsenal. Right, Neil, plug yours in at 2-1. Alan's predicting 3-1. Nita's predicting the 3-1. And after Nita, what we got after Nita? We have Mikey R at 3-1. Who else we got? We've got Rob Belcher at 2-1. Rob Belcher. So Rob coming at 2-1. Then we have Jess at 3-1. And a reminder that if you do predict the Prem, you've got to do it tonight as well. You get right up to the kickoff time. And if you do fantasy football, you'll only probably have another hour to go, or maybe just about, yeah, you probably have another hour to go before you've got to get that done as well. Ian Meth says 3-0. Archer says 2-1. Then we have Ryan G at 2-0. Ryan 2-0. Then we have Christopher Inshaw said 2-1. That's what he meant, was 2-1.
Disgusting. Disgusting. No, it's
We have Christopher Inshaw 2-1, Lee Wiz 2-1, Colin Blackshaw 2-0, David Clark 2-0. Michael says 1-2. Michael says 1-2. Michael says 1-2. We're on the first game, people, just to let you know as people are coming in. Spurs diehards. Adrian says 3-1. Adrian. Where's Adrian? Adrian says 3-1.
I used that pre poster.
Adrian, where's Adrian?
I forgot about it.
I need to find Adrian. Where's Adrian gone? He was further up, sure he was. There he is. And Adrian says 3-1. And then after Adrian at 3-1, we have Drula says 2-1. Says she doesn't want to do it, but she's put in a 2-1. And then after that, we have good day to David here. It says, and chat and my cobbers and Quebec's. Good afternoon to you, David. And look at that. David's become a YouTube member, or re-become a YouTube member. Thank you very much for your support, David. It's much appreciated. Leo says 2-0. Leo 2-0. And have we got David Shear says 2-1. Mr. Shear says 2-1. And then we have, I think that might be it. And David Shear, look at that. He's put in a super chat. Says, "G'day, Cobber. Here's a bit of latte money. Come on, you Spurs." To you, David. Cheers. Thank you very much for the latte. Right, I'm going to call out the names of the people I've got. Do you know what? There's people I've got missing because Carl Simpson would have definitely put one in there. A result, I think. He has 3-1, so Carl, you're in, and it didn't show me yours, so right, Carl's in. Right, Richard. I thought Richard was here, but Richard obviously hasn't put a score in, has he? Or has he? Good morning, Peter. Says hi, all 2:23 a.m. in Melbourne. Good morning to you, Peter. I hope you are well, sir. Right, I need to find Richard. Richard, have you put a score in? Because you said hello earlier. I'm sure you did. Or was I wrong? You might not have done. Right, Richard. I've got to take Richard out of the show. So bear with me. This is when I take people in and out of the show who are not here as yet. So Richard is not here. The rest of the people are. So I'm going to move the rest of the people up one. Bear with me a second. I'll move you all up. One. That's it. Paul G is not here yet. So I'm going to cut Paul G out at the moment. And put Paul G down there. Edem, Nita, Big John, they're all here. So we'll put all of them into the show. Hoover Hotspur, Spurs GCT. No, Graham said he couldn't be here yesterday, didn't he? He said he's going to be away. So if he's going to be away 2, 3, he will put them in later. So I'll take them out of the show. Right, I have Neil, Alan, and Mikey Romero all here. So let me add them all into it. They are in. Finn Rickwood is not here. So let me cut Finn out for a minute. Ronnie is definitely here. So I'll put Ronnie in. Right, Ronnie is into the show. Gus Parker is here. So I'll put Gus Parker in. Paige and David Shear are both here. So I'm going to put Paige and David in. Leo is here. So I'm going to put Leo in. My wife must have walked through the door because the dogs are barking again. Let's say hello to my daughter. One of my daughters and my wife have just walked in. Right, so we have Michael Chelsea's here. So just want to confirm that these people are not here because I've not seen any scores from them. And these are people that are usually in the show. So I've got no side dancer. The side dancer's taken out. I've got no Queen Ellie, no Darren, and no round table talk.
Speak to your husband.
Then you've got Daz Silk, Stacey, and Peter at the moment and not in the show.
I'm sure his dad won't still that much of it.
Right, no Dan Coys, Vindaloo, Bobby K, Johnny Reviews, and Spurs fan John. And we've got a rumour. Razor Blazer says, rumour out of Italy's Milan is having one last meeting in London for Paratici and don't intend on leaving without him. We'll wait and see what happens. We'll wait and see what happens. Right. Have I got any more takers? Right. I need to see if I've got any more takers. I'm going to take all these people out of the show so we can go to the second game. So I'm going to take all these people out. Right. I'm going to call your names out. If I've got your names, it's because I've got your predictions. Right. At the moment, it's Arsenal versus Fulham. You've got Ben Kaufman is here. It says, evening, everyone. Good evening, Ben. Right. I'm going to call your names out. Right. I've got Archer, Jimmy H, Carl, Christopher, The Wiz, DC, Sir Rob, Ryan G, Ian, Jess, Drula, The Oracle, Colin B, Ed M, Nita, Big Bad John, Neil, Alan, Mikey Romero, Ronnie, The Doctor, Paige, David Shear, Leo the Mile High, Michael. That's it. If I haven't called your name out, then that means you haven't predicted. Oh God, I'm missing all this. Sorry, because I'm just trying to reshape everything. Right, so whilst they've been away, it looks like the Australians are in town. Right, so I have got David Shear has gifted 10 channel memberships. Now I've got to find all this. Sorry, my fault, because I need to catch up. David Shear has gifted 10 channel memberships. It's very kind of you, David. And these have gone to Anthony Herbert, Carol, the Spurs Analyst, Kiwi Spurs TV, Tom81, Nicholas Collison, the Mile High Hotspur, Destiny 5, the 2 Marks Show the Sheriff, and Ben Kaufman. You've all been gifted a membership by David Shear. Thank you very much for your generosity, David. And then that was followed by Peter Kagayas has come in and has also gifted 10 channel memberships. It's very kind of you, very, very generous of you, Peter. And these have gone to Spurs Diehards, Adrian, to Sir Rob Belcher, Round Table Talk, Brian Daigle, In the Bin, Steve D, Daz Reynolds, Tony Rodriguez, and Talk and Ball, and lastly Tottenham Ranger have all been gifted memberships by these memberships by Peter Kagayas. So I've read out David's and I've read out Peter's. Just want to check before we move on. Anyone else for the first game? I think Ben has said 16-16. So he's going for a draw in this game. Look, where are we? So we are there. That's all right. Fine. Right, so 16-16. So Ben Kaufman has done it. So let me just add Ben, and then we're ready to go to the second game. Anybody that comes in late, then you're late, ain't ya? Right, now I've got to find Ben's name because Ben has played before, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Ben should be on my list. Right, add Ben to this. And that was 16-16 for Ben. Peter Kagayas. There's Peter. I'll add Peter as well. Add Peter in there as well. Right, there, done. So we're going to move on to the second game, people. And the second game that we have today for you guys is Wolves versus West Ham, please. Wolves versus West Ham. I'm just waiting for them to come through and then I can catch up with them all. So it's just I'm being quiet at the moment because I've got Carl as the first person in. I'm just waiting for a few more so I can just buzz through them instead of looking for them one by one, which is what I normally do. And I end up taking ages. Carl says 2-1. I'm doing it for Ryan, he says. Right, so let me put Carl Simpson in at 2-1. Jimmy H has gone for a 1-1 draw. Oh, sorry. First game, people. I've predicted a 3-0 win for Arsenal in the first game. 3-0 win for Arsenal for me. Rob Belcher's going for a 1-3. Page going for 1-2.
Yeah. When? Oh.
Christopher Inshaw's 1-2 and Nita's 1. Right, the Wiz, Nita's gone 1-0. The Wiz has gone 2-2. Big John's gone 2-1. Big John has gone 2-1. After Big John, we have Mikey Romero at 2-0. Mikey R has gone for 2-0. We have Alan at 2-1. Alan 2-1. After Alan, I have Gus Parker. The doctor says 1-1. Jess says 2-1. We have Neil at 2-1. Neil says 2-1. Where's Neil's name? Should only have the people that are currently playing or predicted the first game, so it shouldn't get lost. After Neil, who we got after Neil? Colin B says 2-1. Mr. Blackshaw says 2-1. After Mr. Blackshaw, we have Ian Meth at 2-2. Ian Meth at 2-2. And then we've got Ryan G at 1-1. Ryan G is 1-1. Okay. Where's Ryan? Ryan's going for a 1-1 draw.
We did the same thing.
Right, Archer's 1-1. David Clark 1-2. Drewler's 2-1. Michael's 1-1.
Okay.
1-2 for David Shear.
I haven't done it.
I can't see a result for Edem. I'm looking everywhere and I can't see Edem. Edem is the only one. No, I found it. Edem's gone for a 1-1 draw. Right, I believe that I've got everyone for this game. Apart from Ben Kaufman. I don't know whether Ben put in another score. Let me go up and down to see for Ben. I can't see one for Ben. Ian says, Ryan, you have the big advantage of there being 3 teams far worse than you. Adrian says, I just want you all to know that I am that Sam just lulling Ian into full sense of security. We should be safe, Ian, but you never know in football. We need one more or two more wins. People talking to each other. Peter Kagayas has gifted a further 5 channel memberships, and these channel memberships have gone out to, it's not even caught up on my laptop. Right, here we go. It's counting up now. Right, these have gone out to Phil Coys, CB, KU23, SDF Benny, and the Front Wheel Skid have all been gifted a membership from Peter. Then you've got David Shear, who's gifted a further membership, and this has gone to Early Doors Football. It's gone to Tony at Early Doors Football TV, and then the Australians are playing a game. Peter Kagayas has gifted a further one, and this one has gone to Serge 71. So thank you very much to David and Peter. If you come in, can you thank them? SDF Benny's come in. He said shout out to Peter. SDF Benny, you're more than welcome to join in the predictions. Just give me a score. Hotspur, Daz, give me the score for Wolves West Ham, and then you'll have to go back and check the last game, the first game, because it's the second one. Ben has said 16 all for every score, so basically a draw for every score. Does that get you into them all? Si, you're here. Wolves West Ham site, and then you'll have to look at the first game. This is the second game, Si. So you're more than welcome to join in, but you'll have to give me the first score yourself as well. Right, so I'm looking for Hotspur's score and Si. Right, let me see if I can find Hotspur's and Si on my list. Hotspur's, I've got you. Right. Hotspur's has given me the predictions for the first 2 games, so you're in, Daz. So you've gone 2-1 to Arsenal in the first game and 1-2 in the second game. Side Dancer is going 2-1 in the first game as well. Let me get Si's number up, and 2-1 to Wolves. So let me just get Si in. At this point, I'm just going to say to 2-1. Right, I've got everyone's scores, I believe. My prediction for this game is I've gone for Wolves 2, West Ham 1 is what I've gone for. And I just want to do a check this week, if they're playing, that is. People on the cusp of Ed M is on the cusp. Ed M, you're on 291 points. 3-0 the first game, I said, Ryan. So Ed M is 9 points from 300. Smithy is 14 points from 300. Nick is 15 points. Rob Belcher's 15 points. Vindaloo's 17 points. Nita is 24 points. Peter is 27 points. Wiz, you're 32 points. Jess, 36. You're all closing on 300 points. So this week it could happen. Equally, if Graham gets 18 points, he breaks 400. On the 200 point mark this week, Bobby K, the side dancer, Si, 16 points away from 200. Got a chance of getting it. The potato's been missing for the last couple of weeks. The potato would have gone past 200 had he been in. Stacey's 19 points behind the 200 mark. And on the hundreds, you got Kate is on 93. Sorry, Christopher's on 94. Kate's on 93. Lord Rodney's on 92. And then we've got a train of people. So people on 85. Paige is on 83. So just to say, there's a few of you that have got chances. Right, we go to our next game then. Game number 3 is, sorry, I've got a super chat here. Super chat, 11 Peter penalties. Big thank you, Jose Cobb. Right, the next game is Notts Forest versus Manchester United, please, people. Notts Forest versus Man United. Carl Simpson's first in. Just tag him first.
Who's Andy? Away. Did you get it
My
out?
job was like between two.
Why did you put him together? You put the
No, I'm saying,
put it back.
but it doesn't matter how much you get paid. The job itself is big.
I will work.
I understand that. But you do, I
My
thought.
job's not terrible.
We've got a 2-1 for Carl, a 1-1 for Jimmy. And then we've got a 2-2 for Paige.
Did you watch this night, Andy?
Paige, 2-2. And then after Paige at 2-2, we have Lee at 3-1. Nil 3 for Gus. The doctor's gone for a 0-3. Neil's gone for a 3-1. Mikey's gone for a 2-0. Rob Belcher's gone for a 1-2. So Notts Forest 1, Manchester United 2. Jess's gone for a 2-1. So the home win for Jess, 2-1. Nita says 2-2 draw. So Nita, we'll get you in for a tour. We have Edem at 2-1. I then have Ronnie 1-2 away win for Manchester United. Who else we got? We've got DC at 2-1 home win. We then have Adrian at 2-1 home win. Drula has gone 2. I don't know what the rest of it is, unless she's written it in again. I've not got that far. Totspur says 2-1. Ian Meth has gone 2-0. David Shear says 2-1. 2-1 for Mr. David. A 3-1 for Sai. A 2-1 for Drula, so she's put it down so I can understand. She was sending me smoke signals and I didn't understand them. But she's now telling me it's 2-1. Leo, the mile high, is going for 1-2. And just to remind people that on Friday it's going to be a stacked show, 3:30 on the dot. I'm going to give out the results for this midweek, and then we do the weekends ones. We start all over again with the weekend ones. Ryan G says 1-0 for this game. Ryan G said 1-0. Right, and then we've got after Ryan G, we've got 2-0 for Archer. 2-0 for Archer, and then I've got a 2-1 for Big Bad John. John's going for a 2-1. And then I've got Colin B. I can see it 2-2. Good afternoon, Kuba. I hope you are well, sir. Hope you're well. I'm missing Alan. I think I can't see Alan's at the moment, but I will go and have a look again. Let me just add Kuba into the show. Good afternoon, sir. I hope you're well, Mr. Kuba. Right. Oops. Why did that copy? There we go. Kuba's gone for a 2-1 for the first game. And he's gone for a 1-1 for the second game. And for this game, Mr. Kuba has gone for 2-1. 2-1 for Mr. Kuba. Lovely. We have Mr. Kuba and we've got him all done and dusted. He's all dandy and in. 2-1 for Mr. Kuba. Right, so I need to go back and see if I can find Alan's score. Who was first one in is Carl. We've got Jimmy, Paige, Lee, Gus, Neil, Mikey, Rob, Jess, Nita, Ed, Ronnie, David, Adrian, Drula, Top Spurs, Ian, David, Cy, Drula, Leo, Michael, Ryan, Archer, Big John, Colin Blackshaw, Kuba. And that's it. I have got no score from Alan to add. And it looks like these two Australians are at it again. Right. So David Shear has gifted out 1 channel membership. Thank you very much, David. And this has gone to the typical citizen. And then that has been followed by Peter Kagayas, who's also given 1 channel membership. Thank you, Peter. And this has gone to, is it going to tell me it's gone to? Doesn't tell me where Peter's has gone to. Is it jumped? It's not telling me at the moment, Peter, who yours has gone to. Daniel's here, says it's been a crazy day. Someone shot dead at Milton Keynes train station by police after walking around the train station with a firearm. Well, if you walk around with a train station with a firearm, you will get shot, won't you? 2-0 for Raptos. So Alan's giving me score. Right. Guys, we move on. Game number 4 is Bournemouth versus Ipswich, please. Bournemouth v Ipswich. Right, Bournemouth versus who's? Yeah, I've got yours, Christopher. You were tied up. You're already in till Man City. I've got yours. Who's the first person in? I saw someone, and it was Carl Simpson. Let me just. I forgot to star you. Bear with me a second. I'm just going to let this roll up because otherwise I'm doing catch up with StreamYard and catch up with YouTube. So if you bear with me, give me a couple of seconds for more people to put them in, and then I can run through them all. But Carl Simpson has come in with 3-1. So let's get Carl in first of all. 3-1 for Carl. Right, who else have we got? We've got Jimmy H at 2-1. I then have Paige at 2-0. H 2-0. We then have Nita at 2-1. Ryan at 3-1. Sorry, I went for Nottingham Forest 2, Man United 0, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. 2-0 to Forest is what I've gone for. Ryan G is then in there with 3-1. Alan is 3-0. Big John 3-1. David Shear 2-1. David Shear. There's a bit of a pattern there, David. I don't think the 2-1 pattern will work all this week, though, to be honest with you, mate, in all fairness, because there's some quite tidy games in the old still to come. 2-1 for David Shear. 3-0 for Eden. 3-0 for Eden. 3-1 for Drula. 3-1 for Jess. Jess. 3-1. Let me see. We've gone past Jess to Side Dancer. There's 3-0. It's Cuba. That's right there. A 1-0 for Mikey R. Mikey R 1-1. And then after Mikey R, we have Ronnie at 3-1. Ronnie at 3-1. Then we have Lee Wiz at 2-0. And then we after Lee Wiz at 2-0, we've got Tots Spurs at 3-1. So this is Bournemouth versus Ipswich. 2-2 for Sir Rob in this game. Then we have a 3-1 for DC. We have a 2-1 for Ian Meth. We have a 3-2 for Neil. Neil, where's Neil?
I think mine goes up to
3-2 for Neil. 2-0 for Archer. A 2-0 for Michael. Michael. Where's Michael? Down there's Michael. 2-0. Oops. 2-0. A 3-1 for Kuva. A 1-0 for the Doctor. The Oracle, there's the Oracle. Yeah, the Oracle says 2-0. Leo 1-0. And Colin Blackshaw says 3-1. Colin B, I've already had you, didn't I, Colin? Let me see. No, I didn't have Colin. Oh, sorry. 3-1 for Colin B. Am I missing someone? No, I think I've got everybody. So Bournemouth versus Ipswich. I've gone for Bournemouth 4, Ipswich 0. And then we've got a good afternoon, Mr. Bossman Jose. Hope you are having a good day. Shemtam, tidy blessings to you, sir. Good afternoon. I hope you are well. Hope your mum's well. Hope life's well, mate. All the best and happy vibes to you, mate. Right, so I think that's it. So we move on to the next game. And the next game is Brighton versus Aston Villa, please, people. Brighton versus Aston Villa. Again, I'll let you lot put your scores in, and then I'll catch up in a second. Right, David, I saw your cheekiness there, mate. Fair play, yeah, you've got one over me there, mate. Carl Simpson's gone for a 1-2 in this game. Mr. Shear, cheeky Mr. Shear. You can always trust Mr. Shear to be cheeky. 1-2 for Daz. A 1-0 for Jimmy H. A 1-2 for Paige. 1-2 for Paige. A 1-3 for Mikey R. A 2 for Drula. 2 for Drula. A 1-0 for Nita. A 2-2 for Neil. A 2 for the Wiz. Right, let me go down after the Wiz. We have got Ed M on a 3-2. Ed M 3-2. Then I have David Clark 2-1, just 2-all. Then we have Ian Meth at 1-2 and the Mile High at 2-all. David Shear 3-2, Side Dancer 1-2, Archer 2. One for Ronnie, a 1-0 for Colin Blackshaw. 1-0, Mr. Blackshaw. A 0-2 for Michael. A 2-1 for Adrian.
Has she gone?
Graham, start from here, mate. Dan Coys is here. Good afternoon, Dan. Let me just add you in and add Graham in as well. There's Graham. Add Graham in as well. Good afternoon, Dan. Good afternoon, Graham. Right, where are we now? Big John says 2-1. 2-1 with Big John. The doctor says 1-2. Where's the doctor? The doctor's there at 1-2. Rob Belcher says 1-3. And Kuba says 3-2. And I'm missing one person at the moment, Alan. I'm missing Alan's score. Let's have a look. Spurs GCTV says 2-1 for this one. Graham says 2-1. So I'm missing a Rapdos at the moment. And Dan's coming with a 2-0. 2-1. 2-0. 2-1. 2-0. And 1-2. I've got Adrian. Adrian's not the person I'm missing. I'm missing Alan, Rapdos Madness. I'm gonna go back up and have a look. Other than that, I've got everybody else's. I'm going to back up and look down the top again just in case I've missed it. No, I haven't missed it. He hasn't put one in yet. He hasn't put one in. Graham, just these are the first games you missed, Graham. So if you're looking, you've got Arsenal, Fulham, Wolves, West Ham, Forest, Man U, Bournemouth, Ipswich. They're the ones that you've missed. We're currently on Villa, Brighton, Aston Villa, which you've already given me. Right, I don't know what it is, but I've gone for, and I don't know whether to change my mind on this scoreline or not. Right, I'm gonna debate whether to change my scoreline, but I'm just gonna put Graham's in. So Graham is 2-1. Graham is 2-2. Graham is 1-1. And Graham is 3-0. Right, Graham, you are up to date as well, mate. It's just Rapdos. Alan, I don't know where you are. Right, I don't know whether to change my mind. I'm going to keep it. I've gone for Brighton 2, Villa 1. I was toying with the idea of a 3-1, but I've kept it as 2-1. So 2-1 to Brighton for me. Leo, you're up to date, mate. You're up to date. The only person I'm missing for this game is Rapdos. Alan is the only person I'm missing. So we're a third of the way through. The next game we're going to move on to is Man City versus Leicester, please, people. Man City versus Leicester. Again, I'll let some of you put them in. Right, so we start off with Carl Simpson at 3-1. So this is Manchester City versus Leicester, and it's a 3-1 for Carl. We then have a 4-0 to Jimmy Hotspur. We then have a 3-0 for Drula. We have a 2-0 for Page. We have a 3-0 for Nita. We have a 4-0 for Graham. We have a 3-1 for Mikey R. Mikey Romero, 3-1. Jess says 4-0. Lee Wiz says 3-0. Ian Meth says 5-0. Ryan G says 4-0. David Shear, 3-0. Mr. Shear, 3-0. Who else we got? Daniel says 4-0. Ed M says 4-0. God, this 4-0 is a popular score, isn't it? 3-0 for David Clark. He's gone one less. So David Clark. Where's David Clark? Says 3-0. But then I'll have Archer straight back in with 4-0. So we've gone up to the 4s again. Totsworth says 3-1. Side Dancer says 3-0. After Side Dancer, we have a 4-0 for Colin B and a 2-3 for Gus Parker. Rob Belcher's come in with a 2-0. Man City 3-0 for Cuba. Haaland is out for 7 weeks. It was said today. Said on the skies that he's out for 7 weeks. Michael says 5-0. So without Haaland, we expect him to score more goals. So people are thinking Mamouche is going to step up to the plate. 3-0 at the Spurs diehards for Adrian. I know you got 3-0. 3-0 for Leo. Leo's at 3-0. 2-0 for Ronnie. Ronnie, 2-0. Alan, I've got your score for this one. I'm missing your score for the previous game now, Alan. Alan, is it you that's going Man City 1, Leicester 2? Right, Alan, I'm missing your Brighton Aston Villa score, mate. So Brighton Aston Villa is what I'm missing for you, Alan. And I now need to find Big John and Neil for this game. Big John and Neil. Not to say I haven't done it. It could be me that's missed them. So I'll go back up to the top, work my way down again. So I'm looking for Big John and Neil. Big John and Neil. Big John went 4-0. So I found Big John's. He said 4-0. And then I'll look for little Neil. Neil. 2-2 for the last game for Alan. Right, so Neil, you're the only person that I'm missing. And then after that, we've got everyone up to date. Let me just have a check again. Right, we're moving on. I haven't got a score for Neil. Neil, you're going to have to play catch up, mate. Right, the next game we go to is Newcastle versus Brentford. And in the last game, I went for Manchester City 4, Leicester 0. I've also gone on the 4-0 train. So I did 4-0 earlier today as well. Newcastle, Brentford, Kuba's first in with a 1-2 for Kuba.
Yeah. No, I'm cooking.
Right, we've got Coover at 1-2, Jimmy at 2-1, Carl Simpson at 2-1. I'm just going to get these 2-1s out of the way because it might be easy for me. Nita's coming at 2-1. Jess is coming at 2-1.
Dad? Yeah? You have to throw away most of the pepper. You want any more?
Alan's coming at 2-1.
I'll take one instead.
Graham's coming at 2-1. I'm looking for the 2-1s and then I can roll back and do these afterwards. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going? It's jumping. Hotspur, 2-1. Archer, 2-1.
How much?
Michael Chelsea's coming at 2-1. Ronnie says 2-1. Ronnie, with Ronnie. Ronnie says 2-1. I'll find Ronnie down there. Right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Who we got else? Who else we got? We have got Jimmy at 2-1. Well. Right. Christopher Inshaw says 2-0. Paige says 1-0.
I'll be back in a second. Bye.
Rob Belcher's gone 1-2. Rob Belcher's gone 1-2. 1-2 for Rob. Ian Meth 2-0. Ian Meth has gone for a 2-0. Ryan G 3-1. Gus Parker, the doctor's gone 1-3. So the doctor's going for alternative medication this week. A 2-0 for Mikey R. Um, 3-2 for the Oracle. Where's the Oracle? The Oracle's up there. 3-2 for the Oracle. What's Davy Shear gone for? Did I see his name there? No, not yet. Drula says 1-2. DC says 3-2. One, 2 for Side Dancer. You need his size down there. 1-2. A 1-2 for Edem. Like I said earlier, people, if you missed it, is that the people that predict all the bonus games are being played tonight in predictions. So if people haven't predicted or I predict later on and they've missed it, then they will miss out because all the games are tonight. And if you predict after the games have started, it ain't going to count. Big Bad John's gone with 3-1. Right. Neil, I've not seen Neil. Ed M gave me Colin Blackshire. Did you give me a score that I've not got to yet? Hold on. We've got Daniel at 2-0. Daniel at 2. David Shear 3-2. Go on, David. David Shear at 3-2. Mike, Michelle, how are you, sir? Yeah, Michelle, start now. You're more than welcome. Let me see. Have you played this year? You might have done. Right, let me see. Right, Paul G, start from here. And Michelle, and then I'll roll back for you both, it appears. Just trying to see if I can find Michelle. Has he played this year? I can't see you at the moment. That does not to say you haven't. Yeah, you have played Michelle. Let me do it. Right. Right, Michelle, give me the score then, mate, for this game. If you want to play, you need to give me a score. Paul G is here. Paul G starting with a 2-0. Michelle, are you going to give me a score? You're saying 2-1. 2-1 for Michelle. So, Michelle, you'll have to wait. When we get to the end of the fixtures, I will go back and give you the rest of the fixtures. I am missing score for Leo, Colin Blackshaw. I need to look up for Leo and Colin Blackshaw. May have already, like, the mile high's given me at 2-1. So I found him already. And it could be, it's just me, StreamYard and YouTube are not in sync at the moment. And Colin Blackshaw's probably giving me hits already, and I'll find it in a minute. 2-3 for Colin Blackshaw. Right, the only person has not predicted is Neil. Okay, so the next game we move on to. No, I'm not setting you up, David. Right, sorry. I've gone for Newcastle 3, Brentford 1. The next game we've got for you lovely people is Southampton versus Crystal Palace. Drula said 1-2. What's the 1-2 for? For this game coming up, Drula? Drula, you're saying it before I even announced it. 1-2 for Drula. 0-2 for Mr. Inshaw. Who else we got? Oh, it's flying. 1-3 for Cole. If you haven't already done so, people, hit that like button. It helps. I will be looking at to see how many people hit the like button and how many people have taken part today, because that gives me kind of a guide whether people do like this or not. 0-3 for Nita. Neil says 2-0 Newcastle. Neil, you've missed 2 games, mate. You missed the Man City game as well, Neil. 2-0 going backwards with Neil, and you missed the Man City game as well, Neil. Jimmy Hotspur 0-2. And then after the 0-2 with Jimmy, we have a 1-2 for Michelle and a 1-2 for Mikey R. Ryan G 0-2 and Graham 0-1. Right, a 0-2 for Lee Wiz, 0-3 for Colin B, a 1-3 for Totspurs, a 1-4 for Jess, a 0-1 for Paige. Paige. A 1-2 for Neil. What game is the 1-2 for, Neil? Is it this one? Neil, you're still missing Manchester City versus Leicester, by the way. A 1-3 for Ronnie. 1-3 for David Clark. Right, Ian Meff is next up, and Ian Meff has gone for a 0-4.
I don't know if the sister has, but me trying to
Ian Meff is 0-4. Side dancer 1-3. Right, I've got EMF, sorry, side dancer at 1-3, Rob Welch at 2-1, David Shear 1-2, Daniel at 1-2. Michelle has said, I'd just like the show now, Jose. Thank you very much. Neil, I don't know whether you have put the score in at 3-1. I've just had to jump forward while I'm still trying to catch up with this. Right, Neil, I think you're up to date now. Then I have to go to Leo at 1-3 and Gus at 2-all. Right, I've now got Gus at the Daigle, Archer at 0-2, Michael 0-2, Big John 0-2, Ed M is 1-3. Ed M is 1-3. Am I related to Kate and Jimbo? No, I'm not, mate. I'm not related to Kate and Jimbo. Paul G says 1-all. Whatever makes you say that, but no, I'm not. I'm not related to them. 1-1 for Paul G. Right, so I am missing. Not to say I haven't put them in. I need to find Kuva, Alan, Adrian. Kuva, Alan, and Adrian. I'm going to go up, and if I go up and they're not there, then they'll probably get down the bottom when I get back down again. Alan, Kuva, and Adrian. Alan, Kuva, 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 Adrian. No, Alan, Kuva, and Adrian are not at the top. Look at that. Soon Adrian is coming now with a 1-2. So it's Alan and Kuva that I'm waiting on. Right, for me, I have gone for Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 3. Yeah, but it depends what you watch, Michelle. You can watch any YouTube channel, and of course the YouTube channels are going to support somebody, aren't they? If they're about sports and football and that, they'll end up supporting someone. So it just so happens that I support Tottenham, and so do they, and they're channels that you watch. Otherwise we'd all be related. I'd be related to some of the Man U channels as well, wouldn't I? Right. Right, I'm going to move on to the next game. We're missing Rakdos and we're missing Kuva, but we'll move on. Oh, Kuva's coming. Look at that. As I was just about to move on, Senor Kuva comes in with a 1-3. So it's just Alan that's missing. We'll move on to the next game. The next game is a small matter of the Merseyside Derby. Liverpool versus sorry, it's all jumping up and down. Right, sorry, I've muted. Yeah, right. Alan, you said 1-2 twice. Are you saying so? The 1-2 is for the last game, Alan. Okay, yeah, I understand now. Right, let me put you in for the last game, Alan. Right, first person in is Drula at 3-0 for Liverpool versus Everton. Drula's predicting a 3-0 victory, Liverpool versus Everton. I don't think you're predicting a 1-2 here, Alan, so I'll wait and see what you say. The Wiz is going at 3-1. 3-1 for the Wiz. Who we got? Tot Spurs at 2-1. Hotspur says 2-1. Hotspurs at 2-1. And then we've got Christopher Inshaw also says 2-1. Nita's also saying 2-1. Paige says 2-1. I'm just going to see if I've got a load of 2-1s, because if I have, I might as well just put them in now. So Paige says 2-1. Michael says 2-1.
It doesn't make you better.
Ian Meth says 2-1. Neil says 2-1. Let's get Neil out of the way and get him in at 2-1 as well. Michelle Archer says 2-1. Michelle says 2-1. Archer said 2-1. Michelle says 2-1. Who else we got? Any more 2-1s? I can't see any more 2-1s. No. Right, so I'm going to go back up again, and the 2-1s are out of the way that I can see so far. So now let me go back up, and it's Alan. I'm not sure that you've given me a score for this game. Graham's gone 2-0. Graham 2-0. Graham 2-0. Jimmy 1-0. Jimmy H has gone 1-0. Sir Rob 1-0. Rob Belcher 1-0. A 2-1 for Patrick had already done. A 3-0 for Ronnie. Ronnie, who was man of the week last week, with 27 big points. 3-0 for Ronnie. 2-0 for Adrian. 2-0 for Adrian. 3-0 for Mikey Romero. Mikey Romero says 3-0. Then we have Carl Simpson at 3-2. David Clark 3-1. Ryan G 2-0. Right, I have now got Alan at 3-2, Ed M at 2-0, Side Dancer 3-1, Big John 2-0, Daniel 1-0, Colin B 1-1, David Shear 2-0. Right, we have David Shear at 2-0, Paul G at 2-0, Alan at 3-2, Leo says 3-0, Jesse says 3-1. The doctor says 1-0. The doctor has gone 1-0. There's a doctor there. Drula is saying, can I do a Drula, please, and give the top lead a goal, so make it 3-1. The Drula's changing her mind again, and she's gone for it 3-1. Duly noted. Kuba says Liverpool 2, Everton 0. Do I have everyone? I think I might have everyone. Oh, we've got everybody. Wow. Right. I've gone for Liverpool 3, Everton 0. And Mr. Shear has gifted out another channel membership. Thank you very much, Mr. Shear. And yours has gone to Spurs. Spurs Ninja has received your one. So thank you very much for your generosity, Mr. Shear. The last game of the Premiership takes us to Chelsea versus Tottenham, please, people. What say you guys? Oh my God, some people were quick. Page 02. Page Scamper 02. Who we got? Drula's gone 1-2. Here we go. I'm going so quick now. Christopher Inshaw 2-1. Jimmy Hotspur 2-0. Rob Belcher 3-2. Michelle 2-1. Nita 1-2. Chelsea 1, Tottenham 2, says Nita. Daniel says 3-1. Nick. Neil says 2-2. 2-2. Good Neil. Carl Simpson says 2-1. Ronnie says 4-1. Right, let's go up. Mikey Romero says 1-3. Archer says 3-1. David Clark says 2-1. Who else we got? Ian Meth says 3-1. Ed M says 1-1. Mr. Shear says 1-2. Mr. Rakdos Madness Allen says 1-2. Side Dancer says 2-1. Lee Wiz says 3-2. Neck. Oh. Top Spurs 3-1. Ryan says 2-1. Graham says 0-2. I'm going to let you in a little story later after this, after you've all predicted. 0-2. Spurs by Hard says 1-0. Adrian says 1-0. Colin Blackshaw says 2-1. 2-1 for Colin B. Right, what we got after Colin B? 5-0 for Michael Chelsea.
Yes, on the same.
1-2 for Paul G. 2-2 for Leo. Gus Parker says 5-0. Kuba says 5-0. Big John says 3-1. Ryan says, oh no, Jess says 1-2. Am I missing anyone? Am I missing anyone? No, we've got everybody's up until then. Got an appointment now. So can you put me 5 bonus games at 2-1? Right, hold on. I'm going to do Jimmy at 2-1. Right, for the rest of the games. Oops. And I think Mr. Shear's had to shoot off. It is late for Mr. Shear, but he's asked for 2-1 the rest of the games as well. That's all done.
Are you going to watch one of these steak pans as well? One of the steak pans, one of your steaks there.
Right, so what I was going to say to you guys is that I don't know why, but I had a thought, and it was that Tottenham were going to win this game 2-0. And I've had 0-2 in my head all bloody week. 0-2, 0-2 kept coming to me. 0-2, 0-2. And in the end, I've gone for Chelsea 1, Tottenham 2. 1, I can't back against my team. It's 5 bonus games. 1, I can't back against my team. And 2, we always bloody concede. Not that I want to concede, but we seem to concede. So in the end, I've gone for 1-2 in this game. Right, people, your first bonus game, all being played tonight, is Burton versus Leyton Orient, please. Burton, Leyton Orient, please, people. It's your first game. Right, Burton, Leyton Orient for everybody. Who's first in here? I think it might be Mikey R. Right, Mikey R is first in. 1-2, he says. Michelle says 1-1. Nita says 1-2. Jess says 1-3. Drew Latters says 1. One, I don't know what it says after that. Christopher Inshaw says 1-2. I think Drula says also saying 1-2. Who's Drula? 1-2. There's a few 1-2s. Mile High says Leo says 1-2. Get Leo in there. Where's Leo? Leo's there. 1-2. Side dance up 1-2. Ronnie 1-2. Ronnie 1-2. Archer's gone 1-2. Ian Meff's gone 1-2. David Clark says 1-2. Carl Simpson's 1-2. I think I might have got everybody with the 1-2s that have come in there. Right, let me go back up to the top. So I've done the 1-2s. Michelle, I did, I think, already. It's a 1-1 draw. Yeah, I did. Jess says 1-3, which I think I may have done already, which I did. Right, Hotspurs 0-2. Who else we got after Hotspurs? Anyone want a different score line here? Neil says 1-1. Alan says 1-1. Sorry, no, before Alan, Wiz says 1-3. Alan has gone for a 1-1 draw. A 1-2 for sorry, so I did can do that. Edem says 2-1. 2-1 for Edem. Graham's a 0-2. Carl Simpson I just did. Page 0-2. Page 0-2. 1-2. Daniel Coy's 0-2. Archer 1-2, which I've got. Big John 0-2. Kuva 0-3. Colin Blackshaw 0-1. Ryan G 1-2. Paul G 0-1. The doctor says 1-2. Right, now I'm going to have to check because I've got loads of people missing it. It's not to say you haven't done it, as I keep saying to people. They appear after the event sometimes. So I am now looking for Sir Rob, the Oracle, Michael, Sir Rob, the Oracle, and Michael. Unless they've already, Michael Chelsea, that is, unless they've already left. No, I've got up to date with everybody. So Adrian, Rob Belcher, and Michael Chelsea, I have no scores for. Oh yes, I have Michael Chelsea says 1-2. So sorry, Michael. Accept my apologies. I've found yours. So now I'm looking for Rob and for the Oracle. Right, they definitely haven't put me up there. Oh, here we go. Michael Chelsea's coming. Rob Belcher's coming with a 2-all draw. Right, I've got you, Rob. Rob Belcher's 2-all. And the Oracle is 0-2. Right, I've also, because I did mine earlier on today, and I also predicted a Burton 0, Leighton Orient 2. Second bonus game is Cambridge versus Wrexham, please. Cambridge versus Wrexham. Who came in first there? Rob Belcher came first there. Rob came in first. 1-2. Right, got ya. Fucking hell, I'm talking away to myself. Right, I'm missing. Who am I missing? The Doctor, Leo, Totspurs, Sai, Kuva, and Paul G. Paul G02. Why am I missing these people? Kuva is 1-4. 1-4 for Kuva. I've got to look for Sai, Totspurs. The Doctor said 0-1, so I've seen the Doctor. So I need to look for Leo, Totspurs, Side Dancer. Leo, Totspurs 1-2. Side Dancer and Leo. Side Dancer 1-3. And El Mil Hotspur. There's 1-2. Right, I've got everybody's. 1-2. That's it. Right, my prediction for this game is Cambridge 0, Wrexham 2. And the next game, the third game, third prediction. Yeah, I've got you. I've found you, Leo and Totspurs. It's just that sometimes when you're looking in the back on StreamYard, it doesn't appear. It might appear on YouTube and then gets delayed on the StreamYard. Right. The next game we've got, third game out of 5, is Bristol Rovers versus Birmingham, please, people. Bristol Rovers versus Birmingham. Right, Drula has come in with a 1-3. Drula says 1-3. Have we got any more 1-3s? Neil says 1-3. Colin Blackshaw says 1-3. Ed M says 1-3. God, the Wiz says 1-3. I think this 1-3 is a popular result, isn't it? The Wiz says 1-3. Michael says 1-3. Carl Simpson says 1-3. Nita says 1-3. Michelle says 1-3. And Archer says 0-3. So I've just got Archer, Dan, and Ian Meth. 0-2 for Kuba. 0-2 for Kuba. A 1-3 for David Clark. Ryan G says 1-2. Let me see what Ryan G is. Ryan G is 1-2. Side Dancer says 0-4. 1-3 with Big John. Who else we got? Archer got that. Yeah. Spurs GC Grams 1-2. So Rob Belchat has gone for a 1-2. Right, so 1-2 for Graham, 1-2 for Rob Belcher. Got Nito, got Leo. Adrian 0-2. Adrian 0-2. Got Ronnie's, got Carl's, got Michael's, got Lee, Christopher Inshaw 1-1. Mr. Inshaw 1-1. Colin Blackshaw, Ed M. I've got Jess 1-4.
I didn't tell him to, so he wouldn't have done.
Mikey Romero 1-1. Oh, yeah, Mikey's there 1-1. Alan is 0-2.
Okay, what do I need to do about that?
Page 03. Page 03. Right, so I am missing at the moment. Who am I missing? I need the Doctor, who probably has done it, and I just haven't seen it. The Doctor, Tot Spurs, Paul G. The Doctor, Tot Spurs, Paul G. Paul G's 1-2. Can I change mine to 1-0? Everyone going Brum makes it chance to make up points. Yeah, whatever you want to do, whatever floats your boat, mate. 1-0. Okay, you've been changed to 1-0. Gus, the Doctor says 1-1. Right, so found the Doctor says 1-1. Right, so I'm now missing just the one person that I have to look for, and that's Tot Spurs. 0-2 for Tot Spurs. Right, I have predicted a Bristol Rovers 0, Birmingham 2 is what I predicted. Right, your fourth bonus game out of 5. This is where I need all you people, because all you people up north know about these teams, is Needham Market versus Curzon Ashton. So come on then, you northern people. Tell me all about Needham Market and Curzon Ashton.
It's all yours, isn't it? I thought Jasmine could you guys do together. Alex,
Rob Belcher says it's just simply going to be a 0-0. Right, we'll start with Rob then. We'll go for a 0-0. Neil's gone for a 0-0. Let me have just a copy and paste these ones. Nita, I believe, has gone for a 0-0. So Nita's gone for a 0-0. Neil has gone for a 0-0. Where's Neil? Any more 0-0s? No, I can't see any more 0-0s. No. Right. Any 1-2s there? Yeah. So Jess has gone for a 1-2. 1-2 for Jess. And a 1-2 for Graham. We got a 1-2 for Ronnie. Ronnie. Where's Ronnie gone? Where's Ronnie there? Ronnie. A 1-2 for Drula. A 1-2 for Michael. Any more 1-2s? There we go. We've got some poor people down there. A 1-2 for Kuba. Kuba. 1-2 for Kuba. Then the next set of scores we've got coming in are 0-0. A 1-3 for Gus Parker. The Doctor says 1-3. You've been medicated, says the Doctor. A 1-2, 1-2, 0-0. 2-1 for Christopher Inshaw. Mr. Inshaw says 2-1. I was going to try and take some influence from the northern people, but they're all going for different scores, so I'm not too sure which way to swing. Although I've already predicted, I just thought to myself, maybe, just maybe, I might have my decision swayed. But you're all coming in, it's not uniform, you're all coming in with different score lines. Colin Blackshaw says 1-1. 1-1, Colin B. Ronnie's 1-2, got him. Nita 0-0, Drooler 1, Lee Wizkid 1-1. Ian Meth's a 1-1 as well. Ian Meth. One all for Ian Meth. 2-1 for Hotspurs. 2-1 for Hotspurs. A 1-1 for Leo. Hey, I'll say Archer said 0-2. Page says 0-1. We have gone all over the shop with these scores, haven't we? 0-1. Ed M says 0-2. Ed M says 0-2. Paul G says 0-2. Thigh says 0-3.
Yeah.
Cuba 1-2. David Clark 1-3.
Not bad. It really did the other time, but it just needs a white to see a little bit of dirt there.
Daniel says 1-2.
Yeah, no, this is soon. It's done. Not that bad. It's quite a lot of it.
0-1 for Ryan G. Alan 0-2. One more bonus game, Michelle, then I'll go back to the start for you lot. Yeah, Paige, you're in. You're fine. If you're not in, I will let you guys know. 2-2 for Michelle. Carl Simpson needs to swap to a 1-2. You haven't even given me a scorecard, but I'll put that in as a 1-2. Right, who am I missing? There's one more bonus game to go, but I'm missing Adrian, Big John. Adrian and Big John. Big John 1-3. Adrian, are you, or have you, or are you? You may have. Right, I'm not sure if Adrian has done one. No, everyone, the only person that I'm missing for this is Adrian at the moment. And then I'm going on to the last one. Right, let me just have a look. No, Adrian is definitely not giving a score yet. 1-0. Okay, so Adrian's giving me a 1-0. Right, last game, people. And what I will say is, please remember tonight, all 5 bonus games are being played tonight. And also Friday, 3:30. 3:30 on Friday. Results for this week that starts tonight. And we will predict for the weekend games. So on time, no rollbacks on Friday. I have gone for Needham Market 0, Curzon Ashton 2. And the last game of the week for us is Farsley Celtic versus Oxford City. Farsley Celtic versus Oxford City, please. Right, we will start with Gus Parker at 0-0. 0-0 for Gus P. 0-1 the page. 0-1 the page. Let me just, this seems to be, obviously someone else has gone for that straight away. So 0-1 the page and 0-1 for Nita. Got any more 0-1s in there? Because if we have, we're going to add them now. Ronnie 0-1. Ronnie, it's going for a 0-1. Daniel 0-1. Right, that's the 0-1s. Adrian's 1-2. Right, where's Adrian? Adrian has gone for a 1-2. Right, just get Adrian's in at 1-2. Any more 1-2s? Jess has gone for a 1-2. Jess 1-2. Lee Wiz has gone 1-2. Wiz has gone 1-2. Carl Simpson's gone 1-2. I can't see any more 1-2s. Michelle's gone 1-1. Just put Michelle's in there at 1-1. So Michelle and Paul G. Once we've done these, then I'll roll back for you two. Let me work myself backwards up here. 1-2 for DC. Who else we got? A 1-1 for Big John. Big John's gone for a 1-1 draw. Where's Big John? He's up here. 0-1 for Daniel already had. 0-2 for Ryan G. Ryan G. It's gone for a 0-2. Who else has got 0? Paul G went for a 0-2. Ian Meth went for a 0-0. Ian Meth, where's Ian Meth? Ian Meth went for a 0-0 in this game. Ian's gone for a 0-0. And then I've got a 1-2. Can I change my last game to a 1-2? You lot will drive me mad. 1-2 for Christopher. A 1-3 for Drula in this game. Back to this game, we got 1-3 for Drula. Then we have a Ronnie's 0-1. Archer's also gone for a 1-3 in this game. Mikey Romero is 0-3. Mikey R is 0-3. Sai is a Daigle. Sai's Daigle. Ed M is 0-3. Ed M 0-3. Christopher Inshaw 0-2. Spurs GC Graham 1-0. Carl Simpson 1-2. Had already done. Michael Chelsea 0-3. Lee Wiz 1-2. I've got the Wiz already at 1-2. Tot Spurs 0-2. Tot Spurs 0-2. Rob Belcher 1-3. Belcher 1-3. Rakdos, Alan 0-0. 1-0 for Leo. Leo 1-0. Spurs diehards. Adrian 1-2. Did I get Adrian's in already or not? Neil, Colin Blackshaw. Neil, Colin and Kuba. So Neil, Colin and Kuba. Neil, Colin and Kuba is who I'm looking for. Neil, Colin, Kuba. Neil, Colin, Kuba. Right, Neil's gone for a 0-3, so I've got Neil's in. So I'm looking for Colin, Blackshaw and Kuba. Right, let me go back further up as I'm going up. Right, Colin, Blackshaw and Kuba. Colin Blackshaw and Kuba, you're the only two people missing at the moment. I can't see for. Now, Colin Blackshaw and Kuba are yet to give me a score for this game. Yeah, I can't see anything for Colin Blackshaw and Kuba. Colin Blackshaw's coming with a 0-0. Okay, so I've got Colin Blackshaw. So it's just Kuba, and then we've got people. Take care, Pete. Thanks for all the work. Going to rest for a little bit before the fun starts with Man United. Take care. All the best, all bite from Ian. Thanks, Jose from Archer. So it's just Kuba that I'm waiting on. So yeah, it's just Kuba. Kuba's the only person I'm waiting on. Right. So Kuba is the last person to predict. So now I need to go for Michelle and Paul G. Rollbacks. Arsenal, Fulham. Michelle, Paul G. And Kuba has to give me the last score. It doesn't have to, but if he does, I'll get him in. Arsenal, Fulham, please. Michelle and Paul G. Paul G says 2-1. Michelle says 2-2. Right. We are rolling. Right. Wolves, West Ham, please, gentlemen. Wolves versus West Ham, please, gentlemen. Round table talk says 2-1 across the board. Right, where's round table talk for Nick? Says 2-1 across the board. Then we have Edem and Paul G both coming 1-1. 1-1 and 1-1. That's brilliant. Next game for you two gentlemen is Notts Forest Man United. Forest United. Leo, take care, sir. Have a good day. Nick, have a good day. I say this because it's still early in your day in America. And for Mikey Romero, who was here, have a good day. Alan, have a good day. For Americans I've seen today, I wish you a good day because you are behind us in the day. So you still have the majority of your day left. Michelle's going for a 1-2. Right, next game for you two gentlemen is Bournemouth versus Ipswich, please, gentlemen. Bournemouth, Ipswich. One 0. 1-0 for Michelle. And Paul G. Did Paul G say? No, he didn't. 3-0. There we go. Paul and Michelle, your next game is Brighton versus Villa. Brighton versus Villa, please. Two, 1-2 and a 2-2. 1, 2, and Michelle says 2-2. Darren, where are you, mate? Darren, where are you? Darren, quickly start here because otherwise I'll be here all night. So start here, Darren. Darren, start here. Brighton versus Villa. Right. And I'm going to move on. If you're not doing it, Darren, I'm going to move on. Next game is Man City Leicester. Man City Leicester. Michelle, you've already given me the scoreline for the earlier game. So it's Man City versus Leicester for you two. Don't know what Darren's doing. Darren 1-2 for Villa. Okay, got you, Darren. 2-0 for City, says Michelle. Michelle, you're in, you're done. You're done, Michelle. Just waiting on Paul G, and then he's done. 3-0 for Darren. Darren, how comes you're so late, man? 4-0. Paul G, you're done. Right, Darren, I'm going to go back to the start, mate. Just for you. Arsenal Fulham. Last chance for anyone wants rollbacks. In the meantime, we have Ryan G. Thank you, Jose. Have a great rest of your day, sir. Thank you very much. Mikey Romero, flexing his member badge, saying thanks, Jose, for everything you do. Be well in the chat. 3-1 with Darren. Wolves West Ham. Darren, Wolves West Ham. Remember, guys, the results show is on Friday at 3:30. The results for this week, and we will do the fixtures for the weekend in the same show. Forest Man United, please, Darren. So 3:30 Friday results, followed by predictions for the game at the weekend. Two 0 with Darren. Right, next game, Darren. Bournemouth Ipswich, please, mate. Newcastle Brentford. Newcastle Brentford. Southampton Palace.
Oh, they still do this. People with Rolexes. I don't know.
Liverpool Everton. Chelsea Tottenham. Burton Leighton Orient. Cambridge Wrexham. Bristol Rovers Birmingham. One three says Kuva. Last one in. Lovely Kuva. Got yours. Thank you very much, mate. Show 3:30 Friday, Kuva. And it will be the results for this week and straight on to the predictions for next weekend. Right. Penultimate one for you, Darren, is right. Needham Market versus Curzon Ashton. Don't forget to hit the like button before you leave, guys. Needham Market versus Curzon Ashton, please. And lastly, Farsley Celtic, Oxford City. One three. Right, you're done, Darren. Can you make sure you hit the like button as well before you skip? Right, everyone, thank you very much for tuning in today. I've got bloody fair few thank yous to say. So I've got a thank you to Chan for using his member chat. Vindaloo for the super chat, thank you. David Shear for becoming a member again. David Shear for a super chat, thank you very much. David Shear gifted 10 memberships. Peter Kagayas gifted 10 memberships. Peter Kagayas then gifted a further 5 memberships. David Shear gifted a further 1. Peter Kagayas gifted a further 1. David Shear put in a member chat. David Shear then gifted a further membership. Peter Kagayas gifted a further membership. David Shear gifted a further membership. And then Ryan G using his 7-month membership. And Mikey Romero using his membership badge. Thank you very much for you guys. Thank you very much for sponsoring the show. I will love you and leave you all. See you all Friday. It's come on you Spurs and the big Ange I trust. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.